guys, welcome to our channel, the Artstreat Inn. This is Gopika and today I'm going to give you guys book reviews. So I am an avid reader and I love reading books. So most of the time during this quarantine I was reading books. I already finished reading about 7 books. But today I'll be giving you the reviews of 4 books. But the problem I faced was that I couldn't buy many books because it was lockdown and also shops were closed and there were no bookstores or any libraries around. But thankfully, I have a Kindle which I got last year. So I made really a very good use of it. I downloaded many books and I read them. And I can't give all the reviews in one video itself because if I start talking about books, I can't stop. So I'm going to give you guys 4 reviews. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go. So the first book I read was The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. He is a well-known writer. I think many of you would be knowing about him. He's kind of famous. And I think he's written about 4 books till now, in which I've read 3 of his books. The first one I read was A Thousand Splendid Suns. Then I read And the Mountains Echoed. And then this book, I read it recently. I think about 2 weeks back. So what I find in his books are like all his books are similar in some sort of way because he usually writes about Afghanistan, which is his hometown, and there's some instances of war and all. Okay, so this book I think was the first book written by him, and I had actually started reading this many years back. But at that time, I don't know whether it's because of my age or what, I couldn't understand the concept or the happenings in the book. So again, now when I had the time, I thought, okay, I should read it. So I resolved to read it and finally I finished it. And to my astonishment, I found that this was a really amazing book. Like, it's full of feelings and you get that sort of good feeling when you read a good book, and that's what I got from this book. So the storyline is like this. The protagonist is Amir and he lives in a big house in Afghanistan. He's like from a rich family. He has a father whom he calls Baba. And then in their servant's hut lives his friend Hassan and his father Ali. So the story revolves around Amir, Hassan, their childhood, what they used to play, and their friendship. But then Amir, somewhere in the story, at some point he realizes that his father shows affection towards Hassan and some kind of jealousy is built up inside Amir. So that's when the local kite running match comes and Amir is desperate to win this match so that he can prove to his father that he is a very good son. So the competition comes, Hassan and Amir together contest and finally they win. But something happens that night that changes their lives forever. So from here the book takes a different turn. Amir is hit by guilt and so many emotions. I don't want to spoil it for you. And after that the story moves on to America where they go as refugees and then it continues. So I will never spoil a book. I hate doing that. So I suggest that you read the book to know more. It's a wonderful read and about Afghanistan. First, how it was like a heaven. After some time it becomes full war ravaged and torn. So you guys can try it out. It's a good book. The second book I read was The Silent Patient by Michaelides. So The Silent Patient is his debut book, and for a debut, it's just a hit. I love the genre. It's a psychological, thriller, mystery, anything you could call it. And from the beginning of the story till the end, it's a suspense thriller. In the beginning itself, we get to know that Alicia Berenson, who is the one of the main characters of the book, has killed her husband, Gabriel. The rest of the story revolves around this and how Theo, who is a psychotherapist, tries to get Alicia Berenson back to her normal life. Because Alicia Berenson apparently stops talking after she's found, after she kills her husband Gabriel. and now the only way to bring her back is through her paintings, because she is a really well-known artist and that is the only thing that she likes to do. So Theo tries a number of ways to get her back, and the story continues like this. And I really loved reading this book. You guys should try it if you're real fans of thrillers. So the third book I read was To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. So this is the first book I read of Jenny Han's. And again, this is because I had a Kindle that I came to know about this book. So many of you would have seen this movie on Netflix. It is a Netflix movie as well now. But trust me, if you want to watch that movie and if you are a reader, then do read the book first, because the book, you cannot compare the book to the movie. The book has so many instances that were deleted from the movie, and be sure to read the book before you watch the movie. So the story revolves around Lara Jean Song Kirby, who is a normal girl and she hasn't been into many romances, but she has written about 5 love letters to all her crushes when she was in middle school. And then one day she finds that the letters which were kept in her hat box secretly in her room were all sent out. And so like that her sister's boyfriend Josh, whom she apparently had a crush on, gets to know that she had written a letter, and then their relationship as friends, it becomes worse. And then finally she meets Peter Kavinsky, who is the second person whom she wrote the letter to, and they start pretending to date and all that. So this is a romance genre, and it's a really good book. And I think along with this I should show you the 4th book I read as well. Yeah, so this is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. So this is the 2nd book in the series. It's a total of 3 books, but I didn't read the 3rd book, and you don't have to, because the first 2 books are enough, I felt. But after I read the first book, it was like an abrupt ending. So I thought I should read this, and after reading this, I felt complete. So the story again continues with the life of Lara Jean and Peter Kavinsky, and then another person, John Ambrose McLaren, who also got her love letter, comes, meets her, and then the story takes a different turn. So this book is again, you'll be thinking what will happen next, if Peter Kavinsky's and Lara Jean's relationship stays or not. So it was a good read. So those were my reviews. Hope you all make good use of it. If you are readers or you wish to start reading, then you could refer to the video. And hope you all are safe at home. Stay home, stay safe. And anyway, you're at home quarantined, so make the best possible use out of this quality time. As I told you before, follow your hobbies, and if it's reading, then I'm sure you'll be very happy to find this video. So if you did like this video, do like, share, subscribe and comment to the Artstreat Inn. I'll be coming back with another video soon. Love ya!